Okay, so I'm just making a magazine journal, and I've got an old InStyle magazine. I just thought I'd do a quick little video on how I pick the pages to stick together. I mean, it's personal preference, but you can see what I like and what my thought processes are. So I work from front to back, and I'll put a link in the description down below of where I've got inspiration for this, because this wasn't my idea. So what I'm looking at now is I've stuck some pages together that complement each other. That one I've picked full spread. These I've picked, there's red in here, and I like the face. This one's gold. I've ripped out other pages in there so that I've got the gold, and then I've got a nice little turnout page. So I'm up to this one. So what I need on this side is something to complement this. So what I'll do is I just flick through these pages and find one that will complement it. And if I'm going, like now I'm going way down the magazine, I find something that doesn't necessarily have all the colours. I might just go with it even if I paint over the whole thing. I'm sort of thinking this one because I'm linking in with the skin colour now and the blue. So what I'll do is I'll rip those pages out, and you can tidy this up later on by getting all those out. I don't use a little knife. I have used a little X-Acto knife before, but you end up cutting through all the pages, so I don't do that. So I've got the spread that I want. So then what I do is that's the spread that I want to stick to another page. So then I find a page on this side that I like the look of. And that's another little booklet which I will rip out because I don't want that. But again, that's another little journal that you could make out of an insert. So where are we? We're back to this. So I need something on this side that I like the colours of. Now what I like is this. I like this with the gold, and I think I can do something with that. So that's where I stop. I've got to decide now which picture in between here that I want to have on the facing side. And if you notice too, in a magazine, they've already done the colour combinations for you when they design the magazine. So they've put the blues with the blues and colours that complement. There's a gold in here, and there's a gold in here, and there's that sort of tone in this page. So what I could do, because all the other ones don't really go with that page, doesn't mean that you always have to keep the opposing page, but for this one it's just a good example of they've already done the colour palette for you for the spread. So what I do is I rip out all the pages in between, making sure I don't rip out the one that I want, and then that one's going to be that page. I'll stick it together. That gives me that open spread. So I'll sort of push down the spine. Doesn't matter about all that chunky stuff in there. Put the glue on, do it around the edges. Burnish it with your hand. Again, I have tried a ruler, but with this page, when it gets a bit wet, you could sort of do it softly like that, but if you do it too hard, you'll get a rip, which can sometimes be okay. I'll show you where I did that before. This one actually ripped, and that could be okay. I mean, you could actually do that. Let's try one of those as part of the design of the page. So now I'm trying to find something to go on that page. I know I don't want that, so I can take that out. So this might be a good example. So let's take out this one. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to stick 3 pages together and I'll show you why. So stick that one down. And what I want to do is I want to try this ripping thing through here and show a bit of text. So I'm just going to put a little rip somewhere so that I can grab it and rip it. Try not to get too many big clumps of glue because they will be lumpy, although I don't mind the texture in the magazine journal. Remember, it's not supposed to be perfect. So give that a little burnish, and then what you can do is to grab where that's torn and just peel back as much as you want. Stick that down, and if you wanted to peel another bit, I've just got a skewer, obviously a bent one that I've used a lot. Peel a little bit in here. And I like this because it gives a bit of age to it, doesn't it, when you do it. And you know me, I'm always doing things odd numbers, so I want another part of this page where I want to rip. So I'll do it about here. Start the rip off, and you do this while the glue is wet, obviously, otherwise you're going to rip half your page off. So I don't want to make it the same shape as that. I'm not contriving to make it perfectly a perfect shape, but there you go. So we'll just do another page. So now I'm looking for something to go on this side to complement this. I actually quite like that. You might, this one you could just fold it in half and make a flap, because you know why I like this, and I like that page, so that will be just a little flat page. So that's fine, that's giving me a spread. Oh, these are all good, aren't they? So how do you decide? Sometimes you can just leave that, or you sacrifice one of the pages. But in this one I'm finding I'm going for faces, because this journal is going to be a practice journal for faces. So I really like this too. We're going to have to sacrifice one of them. I think we'll sacrifice this, even though I love this. I have to let it go because I like this and I like that. So that's still going to give us a lot of texture. And you will come up against these dilemmas, but you've just got to go for the ones that speak to you the most, and try not to think about it too much, because when you overthink it, you'll just end up not doing it, procrastinating for too long. The other thing you could have done is just ripped that out and kept the other page, but I sort of like her face and her hair. I think her hair would be good practice for hair painting. So I'm going to the back now. I'm sort of going back and forth. I like this. So now I'm going to try and find something to go on this page. That's sort of match. So see here, even though that's a bit of purple, I know I can bring purple over to here, but this has got the coffee colour. But I do like that too. So here we go. We're going to have to try and find something in between. So I know I don't want that one. I know I don't want that one. And I know I don't want that one because that hasn't got much purple on it, whereas this one has. So I could pull something out of that. So I'm going to stick these two pages together. So I've got that one and that one. So I'm going to continue to do the whole magazine, and then I will come back and show you what I do to prep the pages.